Hi everyone, what's up? It's Joshua here from Alternative Brewing, and today we're going to be checking out the fellow Corvo EKG variable temperature kettle. This is a beautiful electric kettle and an ideal choice to suit the home or cafe, as it heats water to any temperature you need, becoming a precise tool for brewing coffee or tea, or just general home use too, as it will boil water. So it really is then the only kettle that you will need. Now, if you're looking to level up on a kettle, you can by following this link right here. Let's keep rolling through though and see why the Corvo EKG makes such an alluring kettle to own. So the Corvo EKG is made durable with full stainless steel inside and out. The exterior has that smooth matte black finish to it, and the capacity to the EKG is 900 mils. It operates on 1200 watts of power, meaning it is very responsive in heating quickly, boiling within about 5 minutes depending on your altitude and those ambient temperatures. Noteworthy is on the fellow Stag kettles, that significant design to the handle. It's a more ergonomic and intuitive grip, making it easier to hold in several different positions, depending on what's comfortable for you. Now, the Corvo EKG has a short stout spout as opposed to a long thin gooseneck spout. This difference alone probably makes it more of a household kettle, as it can pour quite fast, yet still has great control for brewing pour over or other coffee or tea methods. With no drips at the end of the spout, it doesn't splash everywhere, and it's a super smooth connection when setting it back down on its base. So to begin using the Corvo, it's quite simple, and there's only one big button found on the right hand side of the base. Hit it once and your kettle will turn on and begin heating up. Swivel that button left or right, and that's how you program the temperature of your water. Now, the ability to set your desired water temperature is a big plus when it comes to brewing tea or coffee, and it can have a rather large difference in the flavor of the beverage depending on the temperature that you use to brew it with. And an example of this would be cold brew coffee versus hot brew coffee. Now, there's not going to be quite as stark a difference with a few degrees, but it could mean the difference between an okay coffee versus an amazing coffee. Now, the range of temperatures on the Corvo kettle is the largest I've seen, and you can set that water temperature between 40 degrees Celsius all the way up to 100 degrees boiling. Now, once it has reached temp, it will automatically hold it there for 5 minutes, which is a nice touch, as I'm usually doing something else and setting up the rest of my brew. But if 5 minutes isn't long enough, you can also flick the switch on the back of the kettle, which will mean it will hold that temperature for up to an hour. And this would make more sense though if you were using it in a busy cafe or bar and you just need hot water right then every time you go to use it, as it will also remember the temperature that you programmed it to from turning it on and off. Along with this, there is a standby mode. If it's not being used, it's not going to hold that temperature, but it will jump into action at a moment's notice. And to conserve power, the Corvo EKG will turn off after 15 minutes of inactivity. Another great feature with the Corvo is that there is an inbuilt timer into the display, and you could use this as either your tea or coffee timer. Just remove the kettle off the base, hold that button down, and then there will be a countdown of 3 seconds in the LCD screen. That timer will start counting upwards after that. Press it again and the timer will stop. That LCD screen, well, it's well lit up and it displays your programmed temperature as well as your current water temperature whilst the kettle sits on the base. And the last feature, or well, the second last feature with the Corvo EKG is that toggle switch for changing between centigrade or Fahrenheit found at the back of the base. Now, with the kettle removed off the base and then flicking that C and F switch back and forth, you unlock a hidden game called Worm you can play on the display, and you navigate that worm around using the big button. There's a world championships of this. Of course there is. I believe the score's like 32 seconds to beat. I'm not even close to this, but I can brew a great cup of coffee with the Corvo, so I don't feel like I'm at a complete loss. And that's the fellow Corvo EKG electric temperature variable kettle for you. With its sleek modern look, it is a low profile with that matte black finish, and those programmable features, well, it makes a very desirable kettle for all purposes. So if you have any questions on the fellow Corvo EKG, throw them in the comment section down below and we'll get straight back to you. Don't forget to hit that little bell icon on your screen, and that way you stay notified when we bring out new videos just like this every week. If you've enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.